Hello everyone, and welcome to a long overdue Demon's Souls playthrough. It's been something on my to-do list for quite a bit of time, just because of the nature of it being the precursor to Dark Souls, which at the time that I was really starting to get into it and making videos, it was, I think, just before Dark Souls 2 was announced, and at that point, Demon's Souls was all we had to go on. There was just one slight problem, which is I didn't have a PlayStation 3. My parents had one, and so on a couple of occasions I managed to get short play sessions in here and there, and I managed to play through a couple of areas, but I was never able to just play it straight through. I couldn't really justify every time I visited my parents spending all of that time playing games instead of, spending time with them. So it's just been something that I never really got round to. The emulator was announced and I gave it a shot. Things were looking promising, and then there were some audio issues, which I thought maybe would be manageable, but they basically, like any crackling sound effect like fire or water running just kept making the noise constantly in the background, and so it was just incredibly annoying, and I couldn't turn down the background sound effects without turning off all of the sound effects. So in the end I just settled to leave it for now, and hopefully in the future the emulator would be up to scratch. The Demon's Souls remaster was then announced, which I thought, hey, great, I'll be able to give it a shot on that. But then obviously supply issues with PlayStation 5, the entire pandemic currently going on means finances aren't exactly the most able to support that, and as a final note, some of the redesigns are a little bit more questionable than others, so I just decided that I'd play it straight, go back to the source, and I tried the emulator again. Fortunately, it's still got some issues, but it's at least playable. It's not in a state that was actually causing earache from trying to play with sound effects on. So that's where we currently stand. It's going to be the Demon's Souls emulated version on PC. There's currently no online, however I have heard that there are PC servers that you can get set up to have it work through. So at some point I'll probably spend a bit of time getting that working and hopefully be able to finish it then with some online capabilities. However, this does leave the actual gameplay experience in a bit of a weird state. Since the playthrough is mostly blind, I've gone out of my way to avoid seeing too much of Demon's Souls, just so that when I eventually do get to play it, I get to experience it with the least amount of information possible. Now, with it being a precursor to Dark Souls, and with a lot of the elements of it, from what I've heard of the people who have played it, being reincorporated in later games, there are a lot of things that I'm familiar with, especially when it comes to like names of bosses and certain features of some of those bosses, as well as from my first couple of playthroughs. I've done 1.1 and 1.2, as well as 2.1 and 4.1. So those areas are the ones that I've experienced before. That being said, I'm still trying to keep it as relatively blind as I possibly can, with the exceptions being of what I'm already familiar with. There's a few questions here and there that I'm happy with clarifications on, but for the most part I'm trying to avoid being told, oh, you should go down this route, or if you get your perfect white world tendency and go here, you'll be able to get X item. Just so that the experience is as close to a first playthrough as I possibly can have. Despite it being, I think, my third playthrough. Well, officially third. I had one which was for testing purposes on the emulator just to see how well it ran. Which just went to 1.1, and then there was also my initial one at my parents'. So, third playthrough, first playthrough. First full playthrough is really the best way of putting it. Now, initially I was intending on streaming the whole thing, however, other time commitments means that I've not necessarily got quite as many just straight blocks where I could play for as long as I'd really want to. So there's going to be some points where I'm going to record, then I'll be able to edit and upload them to YouTube, as I am doing now with the edited versions of the live streams I've done. I'll probably also upload the raw ones somewhere that I'll link to in this video description for anybody who just wants to see the whole thing unedited. However, for the most part, it's just going to be cutting down times where, I've gone away from keyboard or multiple instances of backtracking, essentially. So with all of that out of the way, let's get started properly on Demon's Souls.
King Alant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria.
Oh yeah, frog luck.
That
Absolute
is,
mean stat.
until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned.
That's fair, MD. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Of the royal twin fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Alant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls also lose their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force, and the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands, near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Oh yes, because I've technically played through to test it, the tutorial before. We'll just do it again. Just get the full thing in there.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you. So that you may lull the Old One back to slumber.
Right. First of all, I'm just going to do this. Okay. There you go. You should now be a mod. So yes. Here we go. The so far setup with the PlayStation 3 emulator. Last time I played this, basically all of the sound effects had a weird metallic echo to them. And that was fine for the most part until there was something making continuous noise, like torches and waterfalls and whatnot. But it has seemed to have been sorted since then. Ah, right, that makes sense. So yeah. We have a phantom run through there, despite the fact that I am offline because I've not set up any of the online components. It still feels really weird to be able to parry jumping attacks. It's a little bit of grass. You don't really need to use it yet. And some more. Can you frog? I genuinely never realised. Alright, let's get through this quickly. Not too much point sticking around here. Yeah, no problem, Lonnie. Thanks for stopping by. Did I take no damage from those partial parries? No, I did take a little bit of damage, because I'm pretty sure going through that warp stone resets your health. Oh, that was way off. Yeah, 2069 is going to be a great year for gaming. Or a terrible year for gaming, I guess, since that's when you have the time to go back and play everything. Okay, yeah. It's just that the health bar depletes a lot faster after the hit, so I didn't notice it the first couple of times. Alright, a little bit more grass. Is there anything around here? No. Okay, so far nothing too complex. Oh yeah, there's a guy on each side here, I believe. I believe wrong. It's an item on the other side, that's what's there. Alright, let's see if I can do this or if I just screw up immediately. Oh, I screw up immediately, is the answer. Ah, shit. Bye, Frog. It's nice knowing you.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus, but each of the 5 archstones will connect it.
All right. Thanks, Addy. Glad you appreciate them. Okay, so here we are. Now we're in the Nexus, and I believe you have got some dialogue.
You through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria.
So as far as issues go, Addy, there haven't been many that I've encountered, at least with the current build. I'd say, honestly, let's just go straight to Boletarian Palace, because the worst issues that I've encountered so far have all been, like, loading ones. Hungry dragon. So yes, this area has generally been the area where I've had the most issues, where it's basically just momentary freezes and things loading in, which is probably the biggest issue overall. Is when things load for the first time, they tend to take a little bit longer than usual, so you can see things popping in and disappearing sometimes slightly. And yeah, sometimes here there's just a bit of stuttering and frame drops, which I think is just from large open areas, or it might have just been because it was loading everything in the first few times. So, we'll see. And in fairness, Frog, whilst there's 5 archstones mentioned at the start, there is definitely mention of the 6th archstone, I believe. I might be misremembering. Afterwards. So I can see why people would assume it, but yeah. But obviously it's not a given. You wanna... I was showing off power... You should have been here earlier, Addy. Oh, and thanks for the subscriptions, Lonnie and Hattie. Greatly appreciate it. There should be a notification. I am somewhat surprised it's not popped up yet. Unless it did and I missed it. Okay. Nice and straightforward. Never trust doorways in these games. Okay. Nothing ever hit. Am I stuck? Can I just... Okay, I can destroy this table. It's fine. Okay. I'm sorry, Lacey. I don't have any of those to show. Can't do it. I'm a failure as a streamer. Alright. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's just give this a quick clear. Some more grass. Nice. Okay, so if I remember correctly, you throw firebombs, so let's deal with you before trying to get the items. Not the time for a heavy attack. Not in the slightest. Well, it can be failures together, Hattie. Okay, he just decided to die there a little bit late, but who am I to judge? Shulumina what, Ade? Alright, come on. I've played enough Dark Souls 1 to remember this trick. Although I do get myself a lovely bastard sword. This is on an emulator. So it's the RCS PC3, I believe it's called. And yeah, it's finally at a state where I think it's good enough, or at least performs well enough on my computer to be worth running off. Also, hello there, Malak. Glad that you could join us. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that I downloaded, ripped it from my own CD. Oh, flipping. Alright, let's calm down a second there. Ooh, flip. Oh, well, down I go. Missed the backstab, got punished. My GPU, I can't remember off the top of my head. I know it's a Radeon. That's all I can remember. That could have gone a little bit better. Yeah, for sure, Addy. It's been working pretty smoothly overall. As I said, I've only had minor hiccups. I mean, it is a Souls game, Hattie. So, death is kind of a given at some point. But at the same time, you have infinite healing items, pretty much, so... And a lot of the damage is lower on average, I think, because of the fact that it expects you to be playing through with half health most of the time. I didn't actually ever watch Kevin play this because I didn't want to spoil myself. All I remember was him taking absolutely ages on the first boss. Oh. You cheeky sod. Oh, and I... Okay, that was weird. I pressed the button and I didn't actually read the input. Maybe I just didn't push down hard enough. Yeah, I didn't push down hard enough. Oh, no plunging attacks. Okay, I just think I learned something. Yeah, huh. I'll have to check that myself, Addy. I'm sure someone in chat can say for certain, but I'm pretty sure it's the same roles as Dark Souls. Okay, yeah. Thanks for confirming, Frog. Another bit there. You know, I just had the thought that I've either been unlucky with grass drops this run, or I've not actually been checking, and therefore not picked up any fresh grass. Let's clean up here a bit. That one always gets me. It's just a little bit longer than I ever anticipate. That was bad. That was so bad. OG Black Knight moveset though. I say OG, this was the OG. Hello Jen, thanks for popping by. How are you doing this evening? This is not going as well as I'd hope. Yeah, Wanderer. Thanks, Hattie. Oh yeah, are you playing Phasmophobia, isn't it? I'm going to be looking forward to that. You know, let's use a firebomb there. No plunge attack. Yeah. Okay, one of those. There we go. Gotcha. Right, and now we get ourselves a cling ring. Fresh shield. A little bit more grass. Oh no. Right, and now we've got this shortcut open, so... oh, wait, hold on. Always forget this bit. Cut these down. Get myself an armor set that I can't use because gender locked, and a jade hair ornament, which is not in key items. A simple jade. Could have belonged to a poor little girl. Cannot use, but I can drop it, so it's clearly a quest item for something. And then yeah. Hooray! Gender locked class. Gender locked? Yeah, there we go. Gender locked. Armor. Not classes. Only slightly annoying. I can't remember. Was there a like a discrepancy in how many male-only armors there were compared to female, or was it equal on both sides? Alright, thanks again, Frog. Oh yeah, there's... Okay, so now let's go back for my souls. Okay, that was good to know. That attack did just get deflected off. But that one didn't. I should have probably died there. I should really go for the parries on those. Oh, you... Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Yep, I'm dead.